Hello, hi there. Today we have had two different drip marketing. The main focus is obviously going to be Skirk, but we also have Dahlia that came out earlier today, like a few hours ago, I think, which is kind of weird because generally they do drip marketing like super... My time, like 6 a.m., but this one's been like at noon. But I guess because it's a 4-star. So first of all, I'm going to go over everything, and then we'll talk a little bit more about Skirk specifically. So, there it is. The Sinus Pupil, the Fool's Master. Skirk, the Void Star. So, obviously here to talk about the Sinus Pupil and the Fool's Master, because the Sinus Pupil is because she's the... Pupil? Is it pupil? 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 A pupil. She's the student of one of the 5 sinners, right? And specifically, it would be Sortology. I don't remember how it's written or said. I apologize. But anyway, she's that one. But also, she's the Fool's Master, and the Fool here is obviously Ajax or Childe, whatever you want to call him. So, very cool to see here. The star hang above in the night-veiled skies. The abyss lies beneath in chthonic depth. None can know what lies beyond the bespangled heights, just as none can perceive that which dwells in lightless depth. As the ancient Kenri and Ogre once said, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same, in that both are braving the dark unknown. In the days after the underground civilization collapsed upon a patch of unremembered, scorched earth, the one who despised destiny plucked a young girl from the hand of fate. Once she had grown up, she too saved the child ensnared by providence. How good it would be if warmth could be the measure of all things, if all tales could end in joy. Yet the road ahead is uncertain, the sight beyond unknown. Okay, that's like pure poetry right there. And oh my, she's so pretty. Alright, we also have here, sin infests the firmament, calamity unfolds across the universe, you are free, and none now may proscribe you. Yet your destiny remains bound to that of this world. Indeed, you shall send your disciple here in the near future. What, me, your student? Such misfortune, for them, I mean, whenever they show up. Fight Near, the visionary, and Sortology, the foul. So there we go. So those are 2 sinners, obviously. So this here would be Vederfolnir talking to Sortology. And Sortology obviously became the teacher or master of, as we said, Skirk. Alright, so name Skirk, title Void Star, Sinus Pupil, Fool's Master, the 7 Shifting Serpent, she's Cryo, of course, Constellation Crystallina. Very interesting. This all looks very good. Now, one thing that's very important to know, I'll talk about it afterward. Let's just go over Dahlia real quick, then we'll circle back to Skirk and talk about her in way more details. So first and foremost, well, no, secondly, I should say. Dahlia, the Ode and Oblation, the Herald of Barbatos. So Dahlia is gonna be a 4-star character from Mondstadt, and obviously gonna be a priest or an herald, I suppose, of the church of Mondstadt, right? Many Mondstadter believe that Dahlia has the Animal Archon's favor, and asking him for guidance is a valuable path to answers from Barbatos himself. That is why those who desire success often congregate around the deacon, pouring out their troubled hearts to him. However, such behavior has never perplexed Dahlia. If anything, he seems to enjoy it. He is drawn to the disturbances and troubles of the world, like a dandelion seed chasing a bustling breeze. On days when the believer do not come to him, he often goes to them instead, leaving the cathedral and strolling through Mondstadt streets to look for trouble he might get involved in. On occasion to spread the good word, hardly. He does this out of personal interest. After all, that's how one of the prayer goes. Let the wind lead, indeed. And here we have a bit more information. From Jean, she says, the resolved dispute between citizens, laws both fair and just must be laid out. I'm afraid we can't approve of Dahlia, dragging disagreeing parties to the tavern to settle affair via drinking contest, without any talks of wrongs done. Thus turning enemies into drinking buddies really solve the problem. Well, apparently, according to Dahlia, it does. Dahlia, the Ode of Oblation, Herald of Barbatos, he's a Hydro character. Constellation counts as Corliss. So there we go. We have our boy, the 4 stars right there. I think overall, honestly, his design's kind of okay. I'm gonna say I'm not a big fan of shorts. I know they put a lot of shorts on the boys because, I don't know, it makes them seem younger maybe. I don't know, I've never been a big fan of those shorts, but it is what it is. Now, the outfit itself, outside of the short, I think the top of his outfit is pretty good looking. I kind of enjoy, like, the... I like the purple garb, if that makes any sense, and, like, the kind of thin double cape here. That's kind of looking good. I mean, he's holding a book, so I'm assuming he's going to be a catalyst user. But honestly, it could be, like, a spear user or something. I don't know, I could imagine him being that. I actually have no idea what he is. From what I do know, though, he seems to have, like, a shield. He can be a shielder. I think he also has a way to create, like, jumping pad, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I think. That said, from what I've heard, he's pretty underwhelming for now, so I guess we'll see in the future. Now, all of that said, the fact that he's Hydro, I don't really care much for Hydro characters right now, unless for some reason he's going to be a good character for Skirk, like maybe a good 4-star alternative. Personally, I'm kind of good in terms of like Hydro characters, right? There's so many already very good options for free-to-plays, and obviously very good option in terms of 5-star, so I'm not going to need him, probably not at least, but I'll try to maybe get one copy. Apart from like the cool outfits, I kind of like the hat. Seems to give him like some kind of mischievous like ears here. This belt right there seems to give him a tail, so he kind of has like animistic features without being, you know, like a cat siren or something. So that's kind of cute. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. I guess we'll find out more when we get more proper information. But right now, I think, kind of whatever. Now, going back to the main topic of discussion, right? Going back to Skirk, the queen. Here we get a good zoom in, but let's open up the full one. I'm absolutely in love with her design. I think she looks insane. I love the tie that she has. The fact that it become like frozen constellations here. Really a big reminder of the Sea of Quantum. The shoes are so pretty with like the wing almost coming out here, giving some like cooler version of what's his name? Hermes' shoes. The sword, I mean, everything in her is so freaking pretty, it's insane. And what is very, very interesting as well is that she doesn't wear a vision, and I don't actually think that she needs a vision or that she has a vision, both. I think she doesn't have a vision and she doesn't need a vision. And I think that the fact that like there is this mirror in the back that's like fragmented, like when she breaks the Sea of Quanta, and that like in the mirror you see the cryovision, I think this is meant to say that the cryovision is actually not real, right? Because it's like all broken here. So I think she maybe pretends to be using cryo power, but I don't think that she's a cryo user. I think she probably uses a power that was found in Canaria, or that was like figured out by the master or the sinners. And I think this is most likely the abyss power or the quantum power. But that's just pure speculating. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about what we know so far of her kit. She's kind of able to transform into an end state where she does like big damage. Her ultimate looks pretty cool. There's been a lot of debate about how ultimate is looking way worse than, you know, KittyKathee's ultimate. I don't care. I think they both look cool. I like both characters. Sometimes it's okay to enjoy both games. And that put aside, I think the most egregious side of the conversation has been about the fact that it seems like she's gonna be very dependent on other characters and other premium units specifically, right? And by that I mean obviously the newest cryo character, the new character that has brought back cryo and freeze to the table, and that is Escoffier. Is that the first time that something to this effect happened? No, not really. But yeah, I guess people are pretty upset because it means that like she as a DPS, like she's still gonna be strong even with Escoffier, but she's so much stronger with Escoffier, it's crazy. And I mean, we kind of see this with a character like Hayaka, for example, where like her damage almost goes up at like 40% or something. And I think it's gonna be a bit worse with her, where like her damage goes up at like 60% if you have Escoffier or not. Which is like a big difference. And of course that makes people mad because, you know, yada yada, it's power crept, it's bad, they force you to spend money for the characters and all that stuff. And personally, I think I understand why people are upset. I can't really relate, unfortunately, because I really like Escoffier, so I wanted to pull for her, so I do have Escoffier, and now I'm going to pull for Skirk, because I really like Skirk, and if they work together, that's all the props, all the more for me willing to pull for her, because that makes me very happy to put the both of them in the same team. Of course, like for some people that didn't like Escoffier, maybe they feel bad because they didn't pull for her and they feel like the game is trying to force you to pull for Escoffier and all that stuff, and it really sucks, right? And I kind of understand, but also, I mean, at the end of the game, unfortunately, that's how it is for gacha game in most circumstances. I know there are some exceptions out there. Should really try Limbus Company, great game. But yeah, personally, I'll wait for a bit more official information. And if she really does need Escoffier, it's a bit unfortunate. And I mean, there's gonna be more OP characters coming out in the future, for sure, right? It's not like this is the first OP character ever. So you can always skip and wait for someone that strikes your fancy a bit more and is less reliant on other characters. There you go. That said, I absolutely love her. I think she's awesome. I think she's gonna be so cool for lore reasons because she's linked to so many important aspects of the lore and the world building. So I'm super hyped. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Skirk? Are you excited for Dahlia? Drop a comment down below, like, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!